Hello, this is Victor at RestoringMercedes.com. Today I'm going to work on this car here and want to document the progress, so we can see the progress itself, what's going on, what I'm doing over here. And here is the vehicle basically. Here's the car. This is a 95 S600 coupe, 65,000 miles or so. And what we're going to do here is we're going to replace the dashboard complete. Now, the vehicle itself is in really good condition, as you can see it, but as we all have a problem with dashboards here on 600s because it's leather wrapped, as we can see, we have the leather separating up front. So we do have another dashboard, complete dashboard. You can see it right here, and it's falling apart. It's kind of a common thing on these cars, unfortunately, because of the heat and what have you. But as you see, the leather is cracking. The other dashboard is in much better condition, so that's what we're going to put in. And this dashboard is going to be taken into upholstery and see if upholstery can actually do something with it. But we're gonna have another dashboard in it for the time being, and we'll wait for the upholsterer, because when you drive you can actually see reflection of all of that cracked leather, so you see it. I mean, I don't know if camera doesn't really pick it up too well, but it's quite annoying. All right, so yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna like remove this whole thing out of here and put another dashboard, and we'll document the progress. All right, so off we go and start this job. Okay, so I turned the car around and I did some work on the driver's side. So let's take a look what we have here. Now here's the tray for some parts here. You do have to remove a bunch of things, and ideally you want to know which screw goes where, because there are different types and different colors. Some of them are colored so they don't stand out, and the lengths of course are different from one screw to another. Some of them are weird lengths, like for example these three, and I actually have them done wrongly, but I'll take them out anyway. But this is where the switches go. So this is the passenger side, I mean the driver's side. I'm going to go to work on the passenger side later, but you obviously have to remove the lower panel here, then you have to remove the e-brake here, obviously the headlight switch, it's disconnected, it's just laying there. It's not, I mean it's not disconnected, it is still connected, it just sits there. The vent for the side ventilation had to be removed, so here is the vent in there, right? So that vent has to come out. These wires were kind of like weirdly routed, but this is the cell phone speaker. It doesn't matter, I'll just cut it off because I don't know who ran it over the dashboard. It's supposed to go under. Well, whatever. This piece came out, it was all loose anyway, so that was fortunate for me, so I don't have to take the pillar. And these two screws they were missing, there were none. Very strange situation. So it makes me think that somebody went into this dashboard. As you can see, there's an eyelet. One is broken, the other one is still intact, but these screws were not present at all. But the piece holds on decently well anyway. The switches, the steering wheel comes out, of course, the instrument cluster comes out. The frame here for the steering wheel, that is missing from the spare dashboard, so I took it off. Although you know, you can do it without removing this if you slide the dashboard carefully forward, but we still have to unlatch it from the windshield vents. So anyway, if you remove this, it's obviously going to be easier, right? Much easier to have this removed. let's let it be. Well, of course, the center vents had to come out. The wheels for the center and side vents activation. The wood pieces, yes, that's those are the switches. The wooden piece here for these vents here, right? The climate control I just removed just because ashtray, what have you. These I would leave the center console, but you have to do what you have to do, because there are 2 bolts that connect the center console to the dash, so those had to come out. All right, and therefore you had to take out this portion here. Here is the opening for one of them, right there. You can see it like right over here. So if you don't do it, then the dash is not going to come out, the dashboard. A cell phone with the pocket came out. That the bolts that hold the dashboard, one here, one there. So this portion is moving already, as you can see. The trim from the keyhole here for the ignition lock, that had to come out. And so this portion is basically, this side is basically done. The keyhole for your glove box, this is the glove box wire, I mean the cable to unlock the glove box. It's going to go back in there, but just let it be anyway for now. Okay, and yeah, I guess that would cover it. So I think I did everything that I need to do on this side, and I'm going to switch the car around and then work on this end now. And here we have it. The dashboard is removed. I did have to move the center console backwards slightly. As you can see, this is the attachment points for the center bar on the center console, so it had to go backwards slightly. But yeah, it's a job too. I mean, you gotta undo the lower supports over there, you know. So okay, no, I don't want it to compress this carpet here. Yeah, the carpet was lifted as well. I mean, I don't know what was going on, so I'm going to correct that, of course. Nothing to see here. This is the HVAC box. This whole box that goes throughout on the outside. So this is where the evaporator and heater core live. Both of them are in there, deep in there, buried in there, but to get it out is another job to do. So we seem to be not doing this today, but you know, the dashboard came out all right. So if anything, if needed, then we're gonna have to go there, because all of these wires, all of these hoses, all of that has to come out to get to the HVAC box. This is just a covering, like this is the box. This is the feet outlet for the feet, right? So the feet air, windshield, side vents, center vents, just like that. All right, let's take a look at our console, the dashboards. This is the original one with the knee pad is still attached, along with the airbag that's still in there, of course, and the glove box. This thing, that's just old. I mean, not the end of the world, to be honest. The replacement dashboard came pretty much bare. Again, this piece was not there. The e-brake guide is in place. Clips here are missing, so we're gonna source them from the other dash. The knee bolster is also not included, so I'm still thinking, should I install this later when the dash is already in place? Maybe I'll do it then. But smaller things, like, so this is in much better shape leather wise versus this. If you look at this one, the leather is pretty bad on this one, all around to the end, and the airbag covering is also shrinking. This one also shrinks slightly, but it'll still last some, so we'll be all right. But the leather on the front is actually in pretty good shape. There's just tiny little damages here that can probably be paint it with some marker. And this is flipped, but it's going to shape back once I put it in the vehicle, because it was sitting in the box. If you leave the dashboard laying in the box or on the floor with the front touching the floor, it's going to warp upwards. But I left it out here, so it's warming up, so to make it a little pliable, and maybe, I mean, it will end up being straight again, because you see, this is when it starts warping right here, and this one was in the box for too long. All right, so it's been quite a few hours and the sun is coming down, and I don't think I'm going to finish today, unfortunately, because there was so many small little things. Some screws are missing, some things were not lining up, and well, because each and every dash is slightly different from one another. So far so good, but this is the way it is. That's already sort of you know, whatever. I have to put in the glove box insert, the cover over here, the plastic here. This thing broke, I had to replace it with one of the other one, the used one. The light bulb went out, I had to replace the light bulb, because you don't want to get there if you don't need to get there. Right, this bulb was also out, so I replaced it with another bulb. And I got this lined up, so I got the ignition in, I got this is secured, the side panel, everything's secured here, and I can actually move the car around. Now this thing was deformed, you can see that there is a deformation here. That's because the cell phone, I mean, somebody was here before me, no question, it's just also 100%. Somebody was actually removing something, somebody did, I don't know, like, you see this little crease over here from factory. That really wouldn't happen, but the screw was missing from behind this cover that goes upwards. That was not there. Right, and there were a couple of things also missing. Yeah, some small little things, you know, but that tells you that somebody did some work on something was done there. But anyway, so here it's all complete. The vent, the grill, speaker grill, speaker, the zip tie, the wire, so all of that is good. And now it's time to move the car around, flip it around, and work on the driver's side. The dashboard is fully installed. It's going to get dark soon, so that's why I want to make the video real quick before it's too dark. And I have to take all my tools away. All right, so as we see, the dashboard is fully installed. This thing is broken, the vent, the speaker grill here is broken, the covering here is broken. It was broken before I even started. The rest, this thing has to be adjusted slightly, the ashtray. It works fine. Radio, all the connections, everything is good. Now this thing broke off, the piece of wood. Unfortunately, it just broke because it was already warped. As you can see, it's not even straight anymore. It was never straight, it was already lifting. I mean, I'll glue it back, of course, but the ideal situation would have been is to refinish the wood or get new wood. I would get the shifter complete, the whole shifter assembly, without the wood, just plain simple black one. That way there will never be this issue with the wood lifting up. And there is a search for this console here, so I'm looking for one of those, because this thing is, yeah, it is what it is. It's getting there. It's all weathered. It does not even match the color anymore with the original wood because of the sun damage, I guess. The vehicle doesn't have many miles, but I guess it's set outdoors for some time. It's 64,000 miles. Runs really nice, very strong. The engine is great. So that's why all these switches, they're like in the loose right now, so I have to deal with that whenever I get to it. Now all of the hardware here is installed. the illumination bulb here. All illumination works here. There was one bulb over there, and just two bulbs went out here. One went out there. One went out here on the shifter. Now it illuminates, you know, park and drive. That is that. That side is all fine. Here's our glove box with the light there. These lights work. Now here, I'm still thinking of should I install the original telephone module. Here's the telephone module, which doesn't work. It doesn't work anyway because it's too old. It's analog and it cannot be reactivated. I mean, it probably can be rigged, but it's difficult and whatever. And this is our trim here for the shifter bezel. It's bent, right? So I don't know if I'm gonna touch this. It is probably going to break. It's already extremely weak. Yeah, this is gonna break. This is it. Oh, it's already broken, so who am I kidding? This thing is already broken. So yeah, I'll just rip it out, I guess. It has to go over. At the end of the day, it has to go over that. The openings here are broken too. These are the ones that's supposed to hold this piece of wood to this piece of wood, and obviously here everything is broken off. We still have one available, but it's all cracked up. I mean, no point. I'll just drop it in at the end of the day, so there is going to be something there versus nothing. The switches and all, as you saw in the beginning of this video, the switches were all there. The cell phone thing and this piece tomorrow. And I also have to clear the codes, because since the airbags were disconnected, I have to clear the code. Horn works. Okay, so we're good to go. So this is going to be basically all with this vehicle. At this point, looks sharp. Lorenzo rims, 20s or 19s. What is this, 19s? I think 19s. Whatever. So yeah, so I'm going to park it away and off it goes. There's a little bit of noise in this regulator for the passenger side window here. It's inside the door, and the seat belt hanger, the one that hangs you the seat belt, the gear here is broken because it's like it just makes the noise. You can hear it like each and every revolution. It's like one tooth is messed up. It just keeps clanking, clank, 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 clank. So that's that. Mirrors work. Little chrome pieces are present. It's a nice touch. Because it's a 95 model, the antenna is only used for the cell phone. Radio antenna is in the rear bumper. So yeah, it was a long video. The dash looks nice now. That's the old dashboard right there. So that is going to be used for parts, but it's original, so it's all shaped to the vehicle shape. And maybe this can be taken as a skeleton and rewrapped complete with brand new leather, because no clips are broken here, although some wood panels here, you know, that like this one right here is splitting already. So yeah, and I had to, like I said, use the replacement directionals, the ventilation flaps, the wheels on and off, because this piece broke off right here at the end. So right there. So this is it. All right, so this is it. So as you can see, the sun is way down and it got cold, so I had to put the, you know, put on the jacket with the thermal under, so to finish the job. All right, so this is it. A long video in making, but it's a whole day on this one. All right, Victor here, HistoriaMercedes.com. Thank you for watching.